Hello and welcome. Today's video is a very simple breakdown on how to utilize a specific weapon talent that will allow you to spread your affliction consistently. I've talked about this on many different build videos with utilizing it, but I want to try to break it down in a deeper way so that you can fully understand what I mean. We originally put this on our burn builds and a few other kinds, but now I have it on freeze. The way this works is when you have an affliction set on somebody and you have this weapon and you actually kill someone, it will spread the freeze and reset the freeze every single time. So you're able to consistently keep people frozen over and over and over again. And you can do that nonstop every single time. And you actually don't even have to be the person killing them. As long as you have a weapon equipped and in your hand, then it would work. Now, the best part about this is that there's actually an easy way to get all weapons with this. You can go to the crafting, you can go to Penguin, of course, and then you can go into any one of these and you're going to look for a super spreader. And the talent on this is, it says weapons killed by this firearm while afflicted explode and apply affliction to all enemies within 10 seconds. And why is this important? Because you can do that, let's say, with the burn. You can do that with electricity. You can do it with venom. And you can just keep spreading it on everybody. Creating a build that has that synergy is going to do miracles for you in the long run, because you're going to be able to consistently have that affliction and then the affliction damage that you can do with it. This top tier stuff. Okay, that's super important. Now we want to try to add to that very quickly and give you a little extra tip and trick. Your afflictions won't last long and they won't be as effective and build up quickly if you don't supercharge the actual items that throw it. So for example, for my melee, I need to put this up to rank 4. That's the maximum on each item. So I want to put that up as high as possible for my melee weapon and my grenade, which those are the two items you can throw or hit people with to get the maximum as far as affliction duration and build up. So do that and you're going to be just fine. Another thing you want to do with this type of play style and understanding for any build and every build that you make is to come into modifications, elite whatever item or weapon you have, and then you can go to mod it and put on something that's going to be useful for your playstyle. For example, if I was in here, I have burn will do more damage. So every enemy that I have burning, I'm going to do 50% extra damage. And you're going to do this for all your items consistently, whether it's a weapon, a shield mod, or anything. That's going to enhance your character's build. All right, this is all about build crafting. I've been spending a lot of time on my streams build crafting, creating new things, and teaching some of this stuff as we go. We want the community to get involved and also share what they like, what they're trying to do, and how they're going. While I have my venom builds, I have my burn builds, and I have my electricity builds, we're working on this very cool freeze build where I'll just consistently keep everyone frozen in the game and it just be non-stop action in that way, all because I'm using the setup that I'm telling you, where one of my weapons that I have equipped will allow me to consistently reset the affliction over and over and over again, just like you're watching right here in this test area. Okay, so you want to be able to put that on your build, maximize the damage, and to make the best effort. Again, like I said, your other aspects that you want to add is more freeze. For example, I have the freeze on this build, and you want to do that and consistently set up a full build. I haven't made this build just yet, but that's just one example of something you can do and that you want to focus on to maximize your playstyle. You notice I've had multiple variety of builds that use this effect, and there's gonna be more that have the afflictions. And to kind of explain afflictions and why they're going to be important for the future, is regardless if they add new afflictions, regardless of what build you have, you can just enhance it in some kind of way depending on how you do. So for example, one of the builds I have is live wire bolt, which electrifies enemies, and they'll be electrified for 15 seconds. Then my firearm does critical hits, which means I have extra pieces that will let me have infinite ammo, consistently shooting critical hits and doing high critical hit damage because of it. And that's one play style of how I've been setting up the things that I do. Secondly, burn, one of the builds I have is putting them on fire and then having that explosion consistently to keep them on fire, switching back to a secondary weapon, and then back and forth to keep that burn going without having to put it in anything and go from there. Same thing with Venom. Venom is very easy to spread, and there's a lot of different variations, but Venom is very good to control enemies. And then on top of that, you can do heavy DPS when you set it up proper. And this is going to be super critical if you have this on your build in the right way. All right. And we talked about freeze, so now you know how that works. Okay. And that's just your setup. And there's plenty, and I mean plenty of ways to go about it when it comes to setting up your playstyle, figuring out what is best for you. And one last thing I want to talk about with Penguin, he has plenty of stuff in here that's going to help you. Okay, you're going to go to overhaul and take that same weapon that you really like and start tweaking it until you get some augments that you really want. To me, it's cheaper to go into him and keep re-rolling until he gives me at least 2 good rolls, and then the third one I can go to modify, which costs a little more sometimes on some of these. So that's what I like to do, specifically the purple augments right there, where they're the highest, most expensive ones to craft. You're going to go in here and just keep rolling until you get a god roll, and you'll know it's a god roll because it has a star on it, and it's usually like 50% extra something on most of the god roll purple items. So having a 50, I have a 49 on this one at the moment, and I'm staying there because this is not an official finished build. But yeah, so that's something you want to do, and you're going to be golden, I can promise, taking your time going in here and taking care of that. And then of course, like I said, crafting different things from him, re-rolling some of the stuff you already have. You can do it right in here, and it's a little bit cheaper. And then also you don't have to farm for it. You can just come in and make different versions of the same items that you actually love and appreciate. That's pretty much it. I do have a brand new build you need to check out. It's the Bane build. It's going to be on the channel right now, popping up for you. Thank you for watching. Go ahead and sub. Love you. Peace.